chips are awful. I can't believe that. I love Lay's. I love the lightly salted Lay's chips
All right,
in the light
Tess.
blue bag.
I agree with you, but we got to get started. Here we go.
PTZOptics presents Back to the Basics live every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. A high-definition broadcast on Facebook, focusing on camera line tutorials with our Chief Screening Officer, Paul Richards, and our social media manager, Tess Protesto. Back to the Basics live. New videos every Wednesday.
Okay, hello everybody.
Hi, everyone. Sorry for annoying you with my chip comment a minute ago.
Welcome
On
to
to the topic of discussion
Back
today.
to the Basics. Today we're talking about the BlackMagic Studio Cam. This thing is so cool. We don't know what to even say about it. It's so cool. It is a pan tilt zoom controller that allows us to basically turn the BlackMagic Studio Cam and other over-the-shoulder cameras into. Tess, why don't you go ahead and demonstrate quickly the pan, tilt, and zoom of this. So we're going to answer your questions. I think that's one of the most important things. And I'm going to go ahead and switch right over to a live view here. We're going to kind of take you on a little tour and then, of course, answer all the questions that are coming in. So you can see here, Tess has got the regular RS-232 joystick, and that's actually allowing us to pan, tilt, and zoom the unit. And we can call presets. And again, pan, tilt, and zoom. So why don't you set a preset, Tess? So she hit the set button and 1.
So let's go away from it now.
Moved. And then go to call 1, enter. And it goes directly to a preset. And that includes zoom and pan and tilt. So what I'm going to do is, what I'd like to do is show how all the connections are being connected, first of all. So one of the beautiful things about this device is that it actually has a separation between the top and bottom, so that when you're panning and tilting, the cables don't get all twisted together. So on the BlackMagic Studio Design, there is a control port. The control port is actually 3.5 millimeter. And can you spin it for me, Tess? The other way? I'm going to show the other side of the camera. On this side, there is an SDI and there is power. So we run that to the bottom of the unit here, where we have, this is the control port and the SDI. And the important thing is that the SDI then goes through and out the back, and this is our main SDI out here. And then this is the control cable that goes down into the joystick. So I wanted to show off how the cabling works. And I don't know, Tess, you want to just give us some panning and tilting and we'll answer some questions? It's a pretty actually advanced product, but the cabling and everything is actually pretty secure. There is a load limit on these, and I'll refer to the manual on the website for that. But normally, this angled bracket right here actually can be flipped over and the camera can sit here. So if it's an over-the-shoulder camera. But because the BlackMagic Studio camera is so wide, it wouldn't fit on that way. So you can actually flip this arm and put it on upside down.
So this product would work with other cameras than the BlackMagic Design.
Yes.
If you were using like a Panasonic broadcasting camera or something like that.
Sony, Panasonic, Canon, yes.
Well, that's good because I did not know that.
And one of the things that Tess was saying earlier is that the zoom definitely does work. So go ahead and show me the zoom. Woo! So Tess is operating the zoom with just a twist of a Visca joystick. So that's quite nice as well. And now, one of the things I will mention is this is the Olympus lens. You can see there, it's the 0.35 millimeter digital Olympus lens. Not all lenses include zoom capabilities. So we have a list of lenses that will support zoom. Not all of them have that digital zoom.
Oh yeah, Vincent's saying the lower thirds are distracting when we're.
Okay, let's get rid of them then.
Let's ditch them.
So we'll ditch them, and actually, thank you for saying. I always, we should go right to the shot, but so go ahead and zoom in.
Oh,
now,
we're all the way zoomed.
There we go. So zoomed out, zoom in,
And then we can. Zoom.
Yeah, so it is variable zoom depending on the speed at which you're doing it at. And I'll just show one more time since I had those lower thirds as distracting. But here, this is the main SDI out. There's an SDI in, an SDI out, and then there's a reference SDI. So we take the SDI out, bring it into the bottom of the head, and then again take the SDI out the bottom. This is going out to our broadcast switcher here. And Tess and I can actually show you some footage of that. So this is the NDI camera I was using to film that there. And pop that over just a hair. And yeah, so that was it there.
So let's see what kind of questions we have in the chat for the PT Broadcaster. Step Back in Time TV, Giles says, do the PTZ presets include focus and exposure and iris?
Focus, exposure, iris.
Does it act just like presets with a PTZOptics camera?
I do not believe the presets are not going to include focus, iris, and exposure. I do not believe. Because on this specific camera, and there's actually a better shot of it actually right here. I'll show you the back of it. Let's see if it'll go. You can see that these buttons here on the bottom, these are the buttons that actually operate the iris and the focus and the zoom. So those buttons there are not accessible via the screen there. So it's a little different.
Kenny says, so is the base doing the PTZ a PTZOptics product or BlackMagic? It's a PTZOptics product.
Yes. So this is a PTZOptics product, and basically, so you can see the logo there. Basically, there are different models, and that's one of the things that the engineers wanted me to mention, because it's one of the main things is that, here, I'll bring it in via a desktop capture because it's a little easier to explain that way. Here we go. So there's three base models. So there's the E, the P, and the L. And they have to do with the connection ports on the back, because there's Sony, there's Panasonic, and then there is the BlackMagic. And you can see here that the models that we've identified here is that the Sony cameras that have the 8-pin mini, the Panasonic cameras that use actually two different connections, a 2.5 millimeter for zoom and a 3.5 millimeter for focus. And then there's the cameras that have Sony Lank, and that is the standard that BlackMagic uses. And you can see here that we also support some of the different zoom lenses. Here's some pictures of different cameras mounted. Like there's a Panasonic there mounted on. So all kinds of different broadcast units that can be installed there. And there's wall mounts and things like that as well.
So RCTV, this is the PT Broadcaster, and it will work with other broadcast cameras, not just the BlackMagic Design.
Yeah. Now the BlackMagic Design is extremely popular, and everyone's been asking about this model and the Micro 4K model. And all I'll say is that everyone's going to be happy because it's going to all work. But the micro camera requires some new firmware that's not been released yet, so it's not even available yet. But very soon. Very soon.
And of course, I posted a link in the chat for you guys.
Yes, so that gives us some good ideas of what's going on there.
Yes, Kevin said consider it a PTZ head for use with broadcast cameras.
Exactly. I mean, that's really what it is. And we have really good support for this. We've done a lot of research onto it. You can see that there's a control port here on the BlackMagic camera that's what allows us to connect to the zoom lens. So without this, it's just pan tilt. But these are like the little things that our engineers work on to make it a full solution. That's a custom cable that ships with the product. So makes life easy. And that's what we're all about here, is making life easy, making your lives as broadcasters easier and better and more efficient.
Alrighty, so do you want to head into the post show? See if we can give them some time for questions?
Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll jump into the post show. I think we did a good job of explaining the product. And ta-da! We'll go ahead and I mean that's like our shot right there.
Yeah, standard.
Anyway, but I mean from a snippet
Yeah,
standpoint,
that's true.
That's
That
a
is
pretty
our
cool
standard
shot.
snippet shot.
Are you going to post a link to CRS for RCTV to see pricing? I'm unable to post links.
I posted the link for the PTZOptics.
Yeah, there is MSRP on there.
Okay, so you want me to look at CRS's website?
I think the map pricing that you'll find out there is $2,999. But yeah, you can post a link for that. And we can go ahead and go back to this. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll go to the post show. We'll let you guys think of some questions. I know some of the people out there on Facebook specifically were saying, you know, impress us. I have a BlackMagic camera. I want to see this work. So hopefully this gives you a good idea of how it works with the BlackMagic Design camera and also other cameras like the BlackMagic Design specifically. But yeah, I love the shot. It's like I'm talking through a camera to another camera. So this is kind of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
So, all right. We will go to the post show.
Thank you guys so much for participating today.
This is the
And we'll
shot
see you in the
from the
post show.
BlackMagic. Where's my post show?
I'm not used to seeing
Here we go.
on camera.
Ta-da! Okay, so we're back in the post show. This is something I know a lot of BlackMagic users are very excited about. I think it's super cool. Here's a question I wanted to throw out there. Is it kind of a little bit too much to have it in like on our set, the way our set is set up? Like if I zoom out,
Should we be using it?
is this a little too much tech in a single set? I mean, it feels like kind of a lot. Doesn't it kind of?
It does.
Because we have to
especially
zoom
'cause we
out
have this
like to
situation over here.
We've
with
already
Z
got a
cam.
camera there, the Z cam.
We can keep it maybe for another
Let's keep
demo
it for a couple
or
weeks or something, and then we'll give it back. I mean, I feel bad because it's such a cool thing, and it's like just sitting on a shelf, kind of.
The camera?
Well, yeah. If we don't use it, who's going to use it, Tess? You know.
True.
So that's kind of our dilemma here. But this camera, which is our Z cam, let's do a side by side of the Z cam versus the BlackMagic.
Okay. Havasu Online TV says never too much tech. Yeah, I feel like our viewers can handle it.
Yeah. I feel like if somebody randomly came to our show, though, I think they would be like, what is
These
going
people are
on?
crazy.
Okay, so here's the
Camera's meant
BlackMagic.
to be further away. Should we put it across the room?
Well, that's kind of true. But here, let me just show a couple things here. So first of all, let's show the shot from the camera. This camera has been adding so much to like our. Come on, there we go.
So bottom right is the broadcaster.
So here's the two cameras. So we've got the BlackMagic, and we've got the Z cam. So these are the two we're gonna. They're not even like perfectly close together, but I thought it'd be kind of cool. So can you position them just a little closer to us, possibly? You need more cameras, tapes, flashing lights, lots of flashing lights. So,
is that better?
And we don't have it tuned perfectly, but I do think that BlackMagic does look pretty slick. Let's take the BlackMagic full screen. That's the BlackMagic full screen. Can you zoom it down, or just down a hair? Okay. And then here's the Z cam. So yeah, the BlackMagic, this is like a studio level.
I feel like I'm staring into your souls. Just staring into the cameras.
And then here's the. So. The BlackMagic. Now the BlackMagic, I have to say before we do too far into this is that it requires a lot of tuning and testing that I am not even capable of.
The lighting's a little off, like we're a little blue, but
Yeah, the lighting's off. It looks more
that's just
white
because
there.
we hadn't tuned it. I know Lurie uses it on Live Streaming Pros and it looks great for her.
Here,
For her show.
so here's what I'm gonna do: a little live testing. So,
Live testing ain't nothing better than that.
okay, so
Except live timing yourself to open boxes.
we'll do the iris. Oh. Okay, so it's just a one push. It just kind of edits it a little bit, and then the menu. Let's see if we take some gain down. I think the gain's good. And then details medium. I never liked super high detail. And then the white balance. I should have you doing this because I'm like horrible at the white balance. But okay, so super white, and then the shutter speed. I don't know. That must be, let's see if that's at all better. That was kind of a cool shot though. Cameras inside of cameras. Inside of cameras. Okay, so now let's go back. Now look at how good it looks.
It looks too dark.
Too dark?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how about that? It's, yeah. I'm not the best at it, so it's kind of just like, again, it probably would take hours, and we don't have time to do that live.
Yeah, we've spent hours tuning these cameras.
I would say we're pretty good at the PTZOptics cameras.
Yes, we're pretty close to mastered on that.
But and you see the little yellowness around the edges and stuff through that? That is supposed to be there.
That's odd.
Yeah, I know. It really took me off guard too, but it actually, basically, it gives you the ability to like see the edges and where things aren't, or actually where things are crisp, from what I understand, like where things are in detail.
Mm-hmm.
It was new to me too. I was like,
Maybe
what's
you could
going
just
on?
see where natural lines are being shown and framing for camera angle purposes.
Yeah.
Rule of thirds type stuff.
So we've got a lot of cameras, way more than we need. I think that there's probably a good bit more than we need, but hey, we tried our best. But so did we get any other questions?
I think that we are good for today. There is some comments,
Okay.
but no really questions. Let me check Facebook one more time.
There is no such thing as too much tech, says Drake.
Yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, I mean, our goal today was really to get the idea out there that like this exists. I think a lot of people didn't even know about it, so that was kind of the goal. And hopefully it was a fun broadcast for you guys. I think we did had a fun little time. I had fun. What do you think, Tess?
You just sound silly.
We had a fun little time.
We had fun. It was fun today.
It was fun. It was new tech. I think there
It's
was some.
always fun.
I think there were some gems like from a thumbnail standpoint,
Yes.
which we can work out. In fact, let's get one more without the chat, since we're just chilling. All right, cut.
I think in the little commercial we're doing, people are going to think it's much sexier.
We never showed the commercial.
Oh, are we sharing that today?
Yeah, I forgot to. Okay, so Tess put this little fun thing together.
Make sure any other thing is muted. We don't have music, do we?
All right. No, we don't. So we were supposed to.
rough copy.
We were supposed to play this at the very beginning. We always forget stuff. Here we go. Click. Snap. Click.
So that was today's fun little project. More to come on that. Drake says, is there a way to adjust the speed and pan and tilt? When using the joystick, just how much pressure you apply on the joystick allows you to control how fast you're slowing.
That's pretty much it as far as I know.
Same as Zoom.
Yeah.
Does this have to be used with a joystick?
Yeah.
It does have to be used with a
It's
joystick.
a Visca control.
Well, then that's definitely a way.
Like, can you do it really slowly and show, like, the different speeds, I guess?
Okay, who broke the checklist? And the ukes in the audience know what Tess said.
So, look, it can go really slow. Like,
What is he talking about?
it's so slow. Like, see how slow that is? And then, like, if I fade to, like, what you're actually seeing, this is how slow it is. Right? So, super slow to, let's say, really fast. Right? So, it can go very fast. So, there we go. Just an idea. So just let's get our shot here. Oh wait.
We're still live testing over here.
Ah,
We're in the post show, so stuff happens.
yeah, it's the post show. We're not exactly trying as hard as we were before. Oh, that's why I wanted to get. Okay, so this. That's the shot I kind of...
Drake says, I was trying to follow a volleyball game and the quick direction change at times I was trying to adjust for. Yeah, it can go pretty fast and pretty slow.
All right, here, just move over just a hair.
Sorry.
No.
Oh, wait, we're like taking a picture?
Hi. That's the... Oh, wait, one more time.
Oh, my goodness.
Hi. All right, that's the... that's going to be the shot for the thumbnail. So...
I am tough, thanks, Tom. Actually, no, I'm not. Super
Yes, you are. You're
sensitive,
tough.
super... Not shy.
There we go.
Perfecto
All right.
mundo.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget that my email is paul.richards@ptzoptics.com. Tessa's test.protesto@ptzoptics.com. You can ask us questions anytime you'd like. And we are here to answer your questions. That's what our job is. So
David says,
send us an email.
Did you mention how much weight this unit
Okay.
holds or whether it's specifically
That
for the BMD camera?
is a good
He's having internet issues, so
question.
needed clarification.
No, that's a really good question. And I'm going
It's
to...
not just for the BlackMagic Design camera. Other broadcast cameras can be mounted to this and used with this.
So remember when I mentioned that there's a side load, there's a way to mount it on the side and the top? So if we go over here, I'm going to show this right here. So basically, so this right here, this arm, let me see if I can find a better angle. I think this angle is actually better. Okay, good. So this arm right here is mounted upward. So the top load is only 6 pounds. But you can take this arm, flip it upside down, and have it kind of sit like this, have the camera sit. That's called a side load. And the side load is 11 pounds. So there's 2 ways to use it. The BlackMagic camera requires the top load because it's just too wide to fit on a side mount. So
Well, that was a good
works.
point. Great question.
Great. Thank you for that question. That was good.
And I think that officially covers us.
That officially covers us. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. No show on Friday.
Will we be at IBC?
Yes, we will be at IBC. If you go to, I'm going to put it right on the homepage, but there will be a button to go ahead and schedule a meeting with IBC.
Is well, the camera has autofocus, so
the focus is all handled on the camera.
Okay, but pan, tilt, and zoom.
Actually, that's a good question. Can we adjust the focus with our focus buttons? So zoom works, but is anything happening when you hit the focus? No. So it's just zoom. It doesn't
Well, you'd have to
iris.
turn off.
Oh, good point. Oh, Tess, if you got this right, I would be so impressed. Normally, you would be right.
I
but
feel something happening, but I don't see anything happening.
what about the iris? Or manual exposure? Yeah. So for most cameras, iris zoom and focus will work. It does depend because like BlackMagic is just letting it passing through the zoom. Now there's new firmware coming out. I can't say exactly what it's all going to do, but it's going to add more BlackMagic cameras to our supported list, which is bing, 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 very good for a lot of people. So that's going to be the important thing.
But Tony, just to clarify, the broadcaster will pan, tilt, and zoom your cameras via the joystick and the PT broadcaster.
High school, and we were very close courtside. I will be replaying
He's
it
explaining
soon.
the volleyball game that he was streaming.
Oh, cool. Yeah, send it to us.
What is the big advantage to download an NDI upgrade for the PTZOptics 20X?
So I want to talk about that, and I also let's just tell everybody about the new exclusive customer free camera deal. Why not?
All right.
So
this is post-show exclusivity here.
So first of all, why would you do NDI? One thing is that it will automatically be discovered by vMix, Wirecast, Livestream, NewTek, stuff like that. Without you just plug in the Ethernet, you're going to see it. So automatic discovery. You don't need to know the IP address of the camera. You don't need to plug it into vMix or Wirecast. It just shows up. That's what NDI is so great about. Also, there's a lot of NDI tools. There's the NDI ISO recorder. There's the NDI Studio monitor, which allows you to pan, tilt, and zoom the camera. So you're getting a pan, tilt, and zoom app for free. If you've got a lot of NDI cameras on your network, you can group them together, have them in special rooms, control them all over your network. There's all of these tools. There's stuff that's new from NewTek, and NewTek said I was allowed to talk about some of the cool beta stuff. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to talk about this one, but I'll just say it anyway. Peer-to-peer connections with broadcasting to other networks. I mean, it gets you into the NewTek world, which is going to include so many cool new tools. It gets you into that vMix, NewTek, NDI, Wirecast, Livestream world.
Are we still running a deal, or is that...
We're still running the deal. Until we start shipping the NDI cameras, you're going to get 50% off for this license.
So that's pretty much
which is
one of the biggest reasons to do it now, because instead of $600, it'll be $300.
Yeah. So look online, read a little bit more about it. The single cable and simplicity of power over Ethernet, NDI video, nothing else needed is more than enough to make it worthwhile. And it's faster and better than RTSP, but not that much faster after a lot of checking that we've done. Okay, last thing I wanted to explain. So there is a new exclusive show for the first Friday of every month.
I feel like now is a good time to say this, because a lot of the people that are still in the chat right now
are probably
customers
and people that
so they
have our
deserve
cameras.
this knowledge.
This is going to be sweet. Now, first Friday of September, we're actually giving away a camera, a Zcam with a tally light system. So we're going to skip September. We're going to start this in the first Friday of October. And basically, we're going to have our customers come on. We're going to have 5 customers per show. Mm-hmm. I think. Maybe 6, maybe 4.
Give or take.
Maybe 3.
Approximately
more than
5.
Yeah, approximately 5.
We're still figuring out.
I want to see how the tiles work, like the Brady Bunch. Like, because I feel like
much about
9
this,
works. But I think 9 would be crazy. So the next one down is 4. But we need room for us, so that would only be 3, which is possibly okay. So we're thinking about how many people, but somewhere between 3 and 5 or 6. And everyone comes on, and it's going to be called Add a Camera. Add a camera.
Something like that.
Add an additional camera, something like that. And we give you a free camera. But what happens is that 3 to 5 people come on the show. Everyone tells us why they need another camera for their live setup. And whoever gets the most votes, audience choice, right?
So this is exclusive for PTZOptics.
You have to already be a customer.
So you have to already have at least one PTZOptics product or camera. And then we're inviting approximately 5 of you onto the show to do a quick pitch about why you need this new camera for your production or whatever you're streaming. Then we're going to allow, this is just reiteration.
Basically. But you sometimes you embellish in a good way.
Right. And so, we're at you. And now I lost my train of thought. And so then we're going to allow the public, the general public, to vote on whose use case they think is best.
So if you saw the streaming awards, you might have remembered that everyone was voting, and then everyone's votes were showing up live. We're going to have some way to have like tiles, and then in the corner is going to say how many votes you get. And so if you're on the show, you might want to invite your friends and family to vote for you. And then all of these votes tile up, and we're going to have a countdown timer.
There's a really good chance of you winning, because if we continue doing this the first Friday of every month, if you keep putting your name in and showing up, you'll probably eventually get that. And we just want to give you
we may have to. So if there's 52 weeks in a year, at least 2 vacation days. So let's say like 50 weeks.
Well,
it's not every week. It's every month.
It's every
So it's roughly 12 cameras a year that we're going to give away for free.
We just got the green light.
And if there's 3 to 5 people per show, that's roughly only 30 to 50 people actually are going to make it on. So don't forget to sign up when we release this. Go to the PTZOptics Facebook user group. That's where we're going to release it. And everyone who's a customer is going to get to be able to join and hopefully win a free camera and get that second camera shot that you would make your show that much better.
And hopefully then share with us.
And hopefully share with us.
The user group, Facebook user group and whatnot, your experiences.
So that's the idea. We got it approved.
Yeah.
We're allowed to talk about it now.
We'll do a big release shortly of this.
Sometime like in middle of September, because we have a lot of stuff rolling out. Like next week, this Friday, we're taking a vacation. It's it's Labor Day.
Yeah, I was going to tell you
Enjoy
tomorrow,
yourselves.
but this Friday we will not have PTZOptics live show.
No, we're taking a break. We've gone like 50 weeks in a row. It's crazy. So when I was on vacation, Tess would do the live show herself. And vice versa. So we're taking a Friday off. Then the next Friday's Tally Lights. We're going to get, don't forget to go to
happy hour.
Yeah, happy hour. I'm going to be taking a serious vacation.
Yeah.
And then free camera. Go to ptzoptics.com/giveaway. Free camera next Friday. And then the next Friday is IBC. So IBC, live from IBC. Then the next Friday, I think, is the World Studio Tour. That's when we launched the World Studio Tour. From
Did it start in October?
No, it's September 22nd. That's the first one.
Okay.
But then I think the next Friday is this first Friday. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it's the next one. But that first Friday, exclusive customer, add a camera experience. Free cameras every first Friday of the month.
And we're excited just to see how you're using the cameras you already
That's what we kind of want to see.
Yeah, we're getting juice out of it.
So that's it. That's the funness. That's the cool stuff that we've got planned for you guys.
That's about all of that.
So we won't see you until next Friday.
We'll miss you. Don't worry, we'll be in the chat. Probably stream from home or something.
Thanks so much, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Outro.
PTZOptics presents Back to the Basics live every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. A high-definition broadcast on Facebook, focusing on camera line tutorials with our Chief Screaming Officer, Paul Richards, and our social media manager, Tess Protesto. Back to the Basics live. New videos every Wednesday.